Have you heard of Zoroastrianism? Yeah, it's actually a very interesting religion, and it has its origins in eastern Iran and Central Asia, but the most interesting part about it is it's monotheistic. Now, for that time, that was starkly different than the majority of Near Eastern religions, which were paganism, or at least some sort of dualism or polytheism at the time. Now, the interesting thing not just about Zoroastrianism and its monotheistic origins, but it's about its origins within the Indo-European language family. Now, the Indo-European languages and the language of Proto-Indo-European, which is the ancestor to all of them, are a group of languages that is spread out through the majority of the world. English is an Indo-European language, and the Indo side of the Indo-European languages are the Indian languages, so Hindi and Persian it also includes, along with some North Chinese languages like Tokharian and Yuezhi. The bottom line is that it's a very, very large and very diverse linguistic group, but the interesting thing about it is that its origins were deeply monotheistic, and that's with a god named Deus Piter, was at least the Indo-European name for him, and that was the Sky Father. Now, you can see this throughout many of the Indo-European languages. For instance, in Latin, Piter or Jupiter, or their Sky Father, if you will, comes from that word for Sky Father, and these religious concepts were very deeply ingrained within the Indo-European society and culture, and so when the Indo-Iranians, specifically the Scythians, moved into Central Eurasia and Eastern Iran, it sparked this significant religious movement, which was in fact Zoroastrianism. Now, it didn't just arise from purely that, but that was definitely one of the main contributors. And so Zoroastrianism kind of spread, and it was a dominant religion in Persia and Iraq and Kurdistan too. Actually, Kurdistan is experiencing a revival in their Zoroastrian beliefs, and now they're kind of in central India, so like Maharashtra, I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm terrible at pronouncing Indian names. But the bottom line is that it's one of the oldest religions in the world, at least monotheistic, though it has some dualist practices. And it's very interesting not just for that reason, but for the reason that it's from the oldest, or actually one of the oldest reconstructed languages in the world, and by that, probably one of arguably the most important. So I'll keep following what happens to the Zoroastrian people, but if you want to do more research, this is just a basic overview of who they were and why they were. I would very and highly recommend you go research more.